MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
One of the biggest complaints we hear about EVs is that they're too expensive. Well, Volvo is introducing their newest all-electric with a very digestible price tag. Meet the all-new 2025 Volvo EX30, and they brought us out to Barcelona, Spain for a first drive. So let's begin with that starting price. It's $36,200 after destination, making it one of the most affordable EVs on the market. And it's also the smallest SUV in Volvo's lineup. Length is about 8 inches shorter than the XC40, and total size is close in comparison to the Chevrolet Bolt EUV. But the EX30 still comes up a little shorter in length and height, although it is about a foot wider. Exterior styling leans on much more rounded sheet metal for improved drag coefficient, plus a cool new take on the Thor's Hammer LED headlights. The silhouette is very attractive with a slightly sloping roofline that leads into taillights that shape the rear. 18-inch wheels are standard with 19s and 20s on higher trims. The interior sees a Tesla-like minimalism with only a single vertical display. No instrument cluster means the speedometer is in your peripheral, sitting in the upper left-hand corner of the center screen. It was surprisingly easy to get used to while driving. Almost all materials inside are recycled or sustainable, with your choice of 5 different combinations. Moving on to the electric powertrain. The EX30 is available with either a single rear-mounted motor or a dual-motor setup, which allows for all-wheel drive. The single-motor version sees 268 horsepower and 256 pound-feet of torque. That's good for up to 275 miles. The dual motor pumps those figures up to 422 horses and 400 pound-feet of torque for up to a respectable 265 miles of range. All US-bound EX30s get a 69 kilowatt-hour battery pack with new NMC or nickel manganese cobalt battery tech for longer range, and a 400-volt architecture, allowing for a 153 kilowatt peak charging at a DC fast charger. That translates to a 10 to 80% charge in about 27 minutes. The EX30 will initially come with CSS ports, but eventually switch to the North American charging standard in 2025. But early models will get an adapter so they can use Tesla superchargers sometime in mid-2024. Alright, enough about the details. Let's get into how it drives.
I decided to drive the dual-motor version of the EX30 first, mostly because I wanted to see how it compared to the C40 and the XC40 Recharge that both have very similar dual motor setups. And I have to say, I think I prefer the dual motor setup here in the EX30 just a little bit more. And the reason why is I think it modulates power a little better when it comes to the throttle. We're driving in a lot of low speed situations where I really can't get up to high speeds, and it's really comfortable. The car doesn't feel overpowered at all, which at times, I kind of felt like the C40 was a little bit much. Right here in the EX30, it feels really comfortable, even with the ability to have all of that power.
Now, like other Volvo EVs, you have the option of one-pedal drive or not. It's toggleable in the menus. But unlike the other Volvos, the EX30 is not totally one-pedal driving. There's still moments when we needed to use the brake. It's close, but tailored more for a first-time EV buyer. This is shared between the two powertrains, but not their only similarity.
I'm now driving the single-motor EX30, and I have to say, I'm really not noticing a huge difference in the powertrain. Yes, if you really accelerate this vehicle, you'll notice that the dual motor is a little bit quicker, but for 99% of driving, there is almost no perceptible difference. So if I didn't need all-wheel drive, I'd take the 10 extra miles that the rear-wheel drive version gets.
3 trim levels are available: Core, Plus, and Ultra. Base Core models see standard rear parking sensors, a heat pump, wireless Apple CarPlay, adaptive cruise control, and Volvo's Safe Space technology. Moving up to Plus gets you a glass roof, digital key, air purifier, a Harman Kardon audio system, and a power tailgate. Top-of-the-line Ultra models get power front seats, a 360 camera, and Volvo's new Pilot Assist system. The 2025 Volvo EX30 will be built in China, so it won't be eligible for a federal tax credit, which is why the $36,200 starting price is so important. You can put in an order now, and they'll start deliveries to dealers across the US sometime next year. With an attractive price point, well-equipped standard features, and a competitive electric range, the Volvo EX30 could very well be the next big thing. We'll have more on the 2025 Volvo EX30 coming soon, right here on MotorWeek.